It's been a significant year for Red Star. The major restructuring of the company included the introduction of 4 new general managers. It's been a testing time for the industry, with a number of companies reporting major losses. What has it been like for Red Star?
It's been an exceptionally tough year for Red Star. Very, very hard indeed. We find ourselves in the middle of a recession in a marketplace which, if it isn't receding, certainly is stagnant in terms of volume growth. And also, of course, we've got many, many competitors, each trying to get the same sort of business that we're trying to get. There always has to be something to look back on with fondness, and I think there are 3 things that stick out in my mind. The first thing is the launching of the collection delivery aspect of our service. The second thing is that I believe now we have a greater sense of financial awareness, and there are much tighter financial controls and cost controls in the company. And thirdly, despite our financial problems, we maintained our investment program in developing the track system and enhancing the PBM system. Along with this greater financial awareness, you have to have accountability. And to have profit accountability and profit awareness, you have to have profit centres. So we've reorganised and launched 4 profit centres, each run by a general manager. The managers are Jim Nutt in the north and Scotland, Eric Gracie, the Midlands and East Anglia, John Holmes in the south and southwest, and John Smith in London and the southeast.
Customer service, I think, is the most important, most critical aspect of our business today. It certainly is for me. It is that aspect that the customer judges us today. In the marketplace, there are probably a dozen, probably just over a dozen major players, all of whom can deliver on a par. The difference will always be today at that level of service that the customer perceives he's getting. On the whole, it's a good perception, but we have definitely slipped in the marketplace. We have slipped quite far behind a number of our competitors, and the truth of the matter is we have quite a way to go to catch up. We have a product that is untouchable. All that we have to do now is to make sure that we bring the customer service into focus and put it right where it should be, right on top. We are going to create an environment where everybody can come to work and enjoy themselves. If people are working in that sort of environment where they are enjoying themselves, that will radiate. That will radiate out to the customer. We intend to build a culture in Red Star whereby everybody understands and, in fact, undertakes the responsibility of customer service. You cannot define it. It just has to be recognised and has to be done and dealt with. And I believe that we have the staff, the loyalty, and we will get there.
The operator's role has got a traditional image where you pick up parcels in our business, you take them over the counter, you take them from a train, and that's where your job ends. In fact, an operator's role, as we see it, is much larger than that. You're the point of contact between Red Star and the customer, and what the customer thinks of Red Star is totally down to you. So it must be how you deal with customers, how you answer the telephone, how you give out information, how you find out what somebody needs and tries to help them. I think an operator's got to be everything. Everybody in Red Star must be a salesman, because we've got a service that we have to sell. I'm a salesman, all the management are salesmen, and the rest of our staff have to be. But an operator shouldn't just think he's there to do a task and then cut everything else off. He must be an all-rounder. I think actually we're very good at operating at the moment. I think from getting a parcel from one point to another within a specified time, we're absolutely excellent. I think we've now got to progress and see that the customer wants slightly more than that. They want customer service issues. They want proof of delivery information. They want the telephone answered quickly. They want serving in a certain way, which they expect from some other businesses in which they deal with. I think operations will develop in a slightly different way. I think we've got to accept we're very good at what we do in terms of getting the parcel from one point to another. Where perhaps we've got room to learn is the issues such as talking to companies, giving information out, dealing on the telephone, and some of the issues which traditionally in the past operators perhaps weren't expected to do. I think the best thing we can do is to find out where we actually need training. We know there's certain areas, but also we've got to listen, because our most experienced people are actually our operators who are in the front line, because they see it when it happens and they can tell us exactly what's needed. So we'll provide the training that's needed. We'll certainly listen more than we've ever listened in the past. We realise that we have to. and we'll give all the encouragement. And anything we can do as managers, we'll certainly do to support that operation.
The importance of sales is it generates revenue. Without revenue, we wouldn't have a business. You just need to look at your payslip every day or every week. When you get this, you've got to pay your bills off this. So it's the same in our business. We need to generate as much revenue as possible to pay our costs, and at the end of the day, look at a profitable business. Quality revenue. It's essential in every business. It means that we're not in the volume business, that we are going to offer cheap prices and get no return on this. We want to ensure we get the best quality revenue for each product we serve. At the end of the day, it's not about discounts, our sales team going out and giving away money. We don't want to carry volume traffic that gives us a low return. We want business that gives us this quality revenue to ensure a profitable future for us all. It even starts off from the C&D agent picking the parcel up at the customer's premises right through to it arriving at the destination. We have all a vital part to play in the quality revenue field. If we ensure that our station staff go by the label, what the label says, make sure the package is transferred properly and ends up on time and gives the customer the service he requires, that means we don't have to pay out refunds and the revenue is secure in our pockets.
Good morning, Newcastle Red Star.
The link between operations and sales couldn't be better. We've come a long way in the business of making us all work together as a team. We're now achieving that in every area. In fact, if I can just give you a simple example, a customer walks into a parcel point, just has to send one parcel off. A couple of questions by the counter clerk tells them that there's more business there available for us. A simple phone call to our customer support office gets a sales chap in front of the customer, and at the end of the day we result in securing a £20,000 contract. So it's vital for teamwork. The operations make sure they ask the questions, pass the leads on to customer support get the salesman in front of the customer and leave it to him to secure that business.
Attitude and motivation are the key things and the important things that make people want to get out of bed in the mornings. At the moment, the staff are very sceptical. There's a lack of trust in certain quarters because reorganisation has just taken place, and people are still a little bit nervous, but hopefully we're getting there and we're heading in the right direction. I think the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to have a new, more open approach where staff at every level of the business are kept informed of the good points and the bad points of how we are currently trading in the marketplace. At the conference, what Ivan Couchman said was that he was going to himself set up a hotline direct to the centre here at Rydale for staff who had grievances or who had anything that they wanted to get off their chest or suggestions that they wanted to bring to the attention. That's one way. Another way is that my colleagues, the other general managers, are going to ensure that everyone under our controls are briefed on a regular basis as to the key functions of the business and how they're actually operating at this moment in time. In the past, the employees, one of their biggest criticisms is that it was a them and us situation with the management, that management didn't communicate this information, and certainly over the last few months, more and more staff are telling us as a management team that, tell us, speak to us, communicate with us. And we've taken that on board, and we're going to turn that around and we're going to use it in a positive sense for the future. We believe that we've got the right people, and if we get the right attitude, which we have, we've just got to continue to develop it, and we get people motivated, we believe that we've got nothing to fear in the marketplace because we've got the people, we've got the service, and we can go forward, and we will all benefit of that. Our customers the same.
What does the future hold for Red Star? What are the challenges we face?
First and foremost, Red Star has got to be financially stable and financially successful. Then we've got to maintain our investment in technology to keep abreast of developments in the marketplace. We've got to maintain our market share, and we've got to compete with the best players in the marketplace on their terms and win. We've got the best people, we've got the best products, and we've got the right attitudes. Now we've just got to combine them all together in the 90s to achieve the success we deserve.